Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Guitar Center and what's going wrong there. Like maybe not even what's going wrong, but what's happening over there. Because there's some really strange things happening at Guitar Center that I thought I would bring up based off of my most recent experience there. Now, I had to sell my Gibson Les Paul Wildwood Select 60s. They're like $3,100 new. Okay. I had it on Reverb. I don't know if you saw my recent Reverb video about the dangers of shopping at Reverb. It was a good video, by the way. A lot of views, a lot of comments. Yeah, so I decided to try to list the Les Paul on Reverb. Now on Reverb, I was getting a lot of super just low ball offers, just very, very low, and it didn't make any sense because I already had it pretty low. I had looked at the price these guitars were going for. They were going for around the $2,200 to $2,500 range, which is basically where I had mine. But I was getting offers for like $1,600. Now, quickly, guys, before we go on to the story, I am going to get to Guitar Center. I'm just giving you the backstory of what gets us there. Okay, so we're going to get to that. Low ball offers for like $1,600, $1,500. Really crazy low ball offers. Now, I would go look at these shops and see, who this person was. It was low balling because it was like somebody that was just really looking for their dream guitar. Couldn't afford what I was asking. I probably would work with them a little bit. Go to $2,100, go to $2,000. But these were shops. These were dealers. These were guys that had much more expensive gear than what I was trying to sell. So what I'm getting at is they had the money, and I started noticing they were trying to use these lowball offers to kind of pad their inventory so they could turn around and list it again for probably the same price I was going to, which is kind of crazy because they're only going to make $100, $200, maybe $300 on the deal. But if you're doing that a lot, I get it. If you do that 10 times in a month by $300, you're making a good chunk of change there. So that brings us to why we're talking about Guitar Center. I got tired of the low ball offers, and I was like, man, if I'm going to get that little bit amount, I'm just going to take it to Guitar Center. And I did the averages of what I thought I would get would be about $1,500. So it'd be kind of in that price point, that kind of price range. So I was just like, fuck it, let's just do it. We'll take an extra $100 off. I don't have to worry about shipping it, getting a box, getting the padding. We'll just get it done. So I go there. And when you're at Guitar Center now, it's really strange. I don't know what it's like at your Guitar Center, but mine, all the top tier guitars are at the middle and the bottom now. The cheaper stuff is up top and in the middle. It's kind of weird. Like, you used to always have to get somebody to get a key and get a ladder, go out there and get the expensive stuff. You don't have to do that anymore. Very strange. Tons of used inventory, actually, like a lot of overflow. So Guitar Center, just like part of it looks like a pawn shop because of all the overflow of the used stuff, and the other half looks really inviting because now you can just play all these really expensive pieces of equipment. So like their whole way they're structuring the store is a little different now. But what was really strange is I'm expecting to get this $1,500 lowball, right? Dude takes the guitar, he comes back, he says, hey man, how much are you looking to get out of this? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, well, give me a number so I have something to work with. And I'm like, huh? I've never really had him say that before. Maybe it's because it's a higher end guitar that they're willing to do this. I don't know. I tell him, $1,800. He comes back and he's like, man, I could do $1,700. Which I was kind of shocked. I'm like, I'm expecting $1,500. I was like, nah, man, nah, I don't want to do 17, do $1,750. And he was like, okay, I'll be back. And he goes back to the computer, he comes back, $1,750. So he gives me the $1,750. They list it for the 25 or 24, I think it was $24.99 that I was gonna try to get out of it myself. But the thing is, I've never actually gotten more at a Guitar Center for selling used gear than on Reverb. And it changed on this transaction. Like, people didn't want to pay me enough on Reverb, and they were actually giving me more at Guitar Center because I'm not paying the fees. I'm not paying for the padding. I'm not paying for the box. I'm not paying for the shipping insurance. None of that. And I'm getting more than these lowball offers. So it's a really weird time when you do better, because I had this guitar listed for over a month. I think it was like 3 months I had it up. So it wasn't a matter of just waiting time out. I waited a long enough time. But it's just strange that I actually made more money at a Guitar Center than a Reverb. And that's just never been the case. So I guess this video is more about Reverb than Guitar Center, I guess you could say. because maybe the fees have just finally gotten so bad. The shipping costs have gotten so bad. The price of padding and boxes is just, and the gas for you to go drop it off, or the time you put into it, that it's actually really strange that it was more beneficial for me just to go to Guitar Center. Because even if I took like $2,000, I was still only going to get the same amount that Guitar Center gave me. So it's a very weird dynamic, and I'm just curious what you guys out there think. Have you tried to sell anything at Guitar Center recently? Have you been getting good deals? Good offers, or is it still the same old lowball offers that you're used to getting? Because my experience was different, and it was just really just baffling that it went this way. So I'd love to hear from you guys what happened in your recent Guitar Center trading and selling experience. And if you could, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. By the way, this video is kind of testing out my new camera quality. Hopefully it's better. I don't know. We'll see if it's better when I render it. See you guys in the next one.